aftershare is good. Today I'm gonna show you how to make something you can really eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but today we're making more of a breakfast version of it. And tofu on either a bagel or a roll, just like a breakfast sandwich. So what I'm gonna do is, this tofu is the water drained. So usually with tofu, you have to squeeze the water out of it, but this one already has the water squeezed out of it. So I'm going to open it and chop it up right here on this chopping board. I'm actually gonna cut it in half. First, I'm gonna open it up, dump it on the chopping board. Usually I like to eat fruit for breakfast, but this is something alternative that I like to eat. But this is more of a savory meal that I like to eat for breakfast. So, put this right here. So it has a little bit of water. I'm gonna get that up with some paper towel. And although it does say that it's already drained, I'm still going to squeeze it with paper towel just a little bit to get any excess water that I can get out. This is extra firm tofu. I have these Ziploc bags here because we're gonna let it marinate for 30 minutes or longer. It's up to you if you want to let it marinate longer. Tofu absorbs flavor really easily, so you can either let it marinate for 30 minutes or even overnight if you want to, if you really want to get that flavor deep in there. So this is pretty thick. You can see that. Normally I would slice it pretty thin, but I want it thick. So I'm going to only cut it in half. And this is what it looks like when I cut it in half. All right. Not the most even, but that doesn't matter. So the difference between extra firm tofu and soft tofu is that the extra firm, as you can see, holds together pretty well. Soft tofu, you can't really do this. It'll just break in your hands. So I'm gonna make 2 of them. This is so great for meal prepping because I'm gonna have one today and then I'm gonna put one in the refrigerator or freezer so I can have another time. Let's get this out the way. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to do the same thing to both of them. I'm gonna take my favorite barbecue sauce, the Korean barbecue sauce. Shake it up. And I'm going to pour it in here. Pretty much just saturate the whole thing. And barbecue sauce and garlic. So I took half of a tablespoonful of garlic, and before, I'm gonna put a little bit more barbecue sauce, but on the other side. Oh, I made a mess. Good thing I have this paper towel. And you really don't want to shake it up. You just want to kind of spread it around. You kind of see what I'm doing? If you shake it, you might break the tofu. Try to get it on both sides. Just move it around. and that flavor will just soak right into the tofu. So this is one. I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Put the garlic in first. Barbecue sauce on both sides. Close this one up and just work the garlic all around it. Make sure the whole block of tofu is covered. The front, back, the sides, everything. This one again. So I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator and let them marinate for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna put them in the oven. So I'm going to take my Pyrex dish and I'm gonna line it with parchment paper, and I'm gonna put both slices of the tofu on here. I always cut off a big piece of parchment paper so that I can double line the Pyrex dish. Okay. This is going to be very messy to take out, but what we want to do is simply just put only the tofu on here, because we're going to fry up the tofu after we bake it, and I'm going to use the rest of the barbecue sauce and garlic just for that. It's going to go right in the frying pan. One, grab the other one. All right. See how it still has a little bit of garlic on it? As it bakes, all of that flavor is just going to continue to just bake right into it. All right, so we're going to leave that for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to take it out and fry it up on the stove. So this is what it looks like fresh out of the oven. You can see some of the garlic on top of it. So I'm gonna start with putting bell peppers and onions in this bigger pan. First thing I'm gonna do for the bell peppers and onions is put a little bit of oil in the pan. We're going to saute the peppers and onions and the mushrooms at the same time. These are the mushrooms. I'm using frozen vegetables, but you can use fresh if you want to, and it'll come out the same way. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt and a little bit of cayenne pepper. So I'm gonna let the peppers and onions just fry while I put my bagel in the frying pan. Do the same thing I did last time. And on the burner, put in a little bit of olive oil, again no more than a tablespoonful. Let the pan heat up, always spread the oil around. I'm gonna let my tofu fry up on both sides before I put the remainder of this sauce in the pan. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to use the sauce to also season up the peppers and onions as well. Look at that. So I basically want both sides to get a little more brown than this. So more fried up than that. Work with this bagel. So that's how I like the bagel to be. Which is why I put oil in the pan so I can fry it up like that. You can also do that with butter. Butter will give it more of a nice salty, buttery flavor. But I'm using coconut. But I'm using olive oil. So I'm letting everything in this pan get a little bit more crispy. See that mushroom right there? That's how I want everything in this pan to be a little bit more crispy. A little bit more brown. Put this over in the pan. Little dust bits of the garlic. So this is pretty much done. I'm going to turn the burner off. Put a tiny bit more olive oil in this pan for the bagel. Just a tiny bit. That off. Everything is done, and now it's time to plate it. I'm going to put some lettuce on here first. A cluster of lettuce right here. tofu. These look like caramelized, which they pretty much are, kind of caramelized peppers, onions, and mushrooms. These look like caramelized peppers, mushrooms, and onions. They look so good. I'm gonna put just a little tiny bit of mustard on the top bun. You can really put any condiments you want on here that you think will taste good with the barbecue sauce. I think this will taste great with just a little bit of mustard. Look how thick that tofu is. A nice thick sandwich. This is a massive sandwich. I want to cut it, like I usually do, but I feel like everything would just fall out. It's already falling out with me pushing it down, but I'm gonna cut it. It's falling out. I'm just gonna place it back in there and try it. Okay. So this one is like messy, slippery, slidey. Everything in here is just like sliding right out with ease. So let's try it out. See how this goes. I'll show you what the inside looks like if I could keep everything together. It's nice and hot and steamy. Wow. This is delicious. It was definitely a good idea with that mustard on the top one. It's not overpowering because I put just a little bit, and that the pairing with this sauce, this Korean barbecue sauce, is so good. I'm making a mess. That tofu has so much flavor, all because of that barbecue sauce, letting it marinate like that. And then you can see the middle, it still tastes so much flavor. Thank you for being here and watching this channel. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos like this. We share all kinds of meals: vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, and carnivore. So whatever you like, you can find it here. Come back again for all of our next videos, and please go through our list and just watch the videos we have. You never know which one you will love if you try it. Then come back and give us a comment and let us know which one is your favorite. Thanks. Bye. This is way too good.